Awesome. Thanks, mate. How's everything going over there?
Really good, man. Just another classic fight week. So just getting the weight off and keeping sharp.
Co-main event in Auckland, does this feel significant for you? Does this feel like a big one in your career?
They're all big ones, mate. Like any fight that you overlook is the worst mistake of your life. But, you know, having the UFC have so much faith in me to put me in co-main event after my last performance and, you know, keep moving forward in a big headlight is really cool.
How are you settling in now? Because you had a quality start to your career in the UFC, a couple of massive wins, and you had a bump in the road. But do you feel settled in now? Do you feel at home in the UFC?
I always feel at home in the UFC. I did a post on Instagram today, and I said, you know, my previous fights, I just felt sort of like I was a kid just winging it. And you know, this time I really feel like I have a purpose in there. I know exactly what I have to do and why I'm doing it. So, you know, it does feel like I fit in more now because I'm not just winging it like I have in the past.
Australia and New Zealand always have that friendly rivalry, but do you feel like it's kind of fighting not far away from home? Do you feel like they've got your back over there?
When it comes to Australia versus New Zealand, it can get a bit vicious. But when it comes to Anzac versus the world, mate, we come together, so it's all good.
A lot of people are starting to kind of figure out who you are, and you're getting a little bit of love and respect for what you do. You're an exciting fighter. When people come and watch your fights, some people seeing you for the first time, what do you want them to take away from it?
I just want people to go, wow, Jimmy Crute fights with all his heart. You know, I'm never going to lose a fight because I didn't pull the trigger. I'll just say that much. So every time I come to fight, I come to put on an exciting performance.
What do you make of the matchup with Michał Oleksiejczuk? Crazy surname. What do you make? Yeah, what do you make of the matchup with him? Do you like it? Do you think you know you're both coming off a loss, but both super young and talented as well?
I obviously think a lot about the matchup. Like I've been studying him for the last 12 weeks, but I won't go too much into it. But I just see that I'm at a different level to him. I feel like we're not the same. I know people compare us a lot, but I just feel like I'm a different beast to him. I move better. I hit harder. I can take more damage. I have a better gas tank. Every advantage I can have in this fight, I have. So I'm going to take that in there, be nice and confident, and put a beating on him.
What did you make of his last fight? Have you been working on your Von Preux choke?
My Von, yeah, actually, I have actually. I've always done them, but like I don't think he's going to be stupid enough to try and guillotine me. You know, I gave him respect for his last fight. He went out there and he put it on a top 15 guy, but OSP is known to get bashed for the first 2 rounds and then come back and win. So he just sort of fell into the game that everyone else plays with him. I feel like he didn't show great power in that fight either. I think if I was to hit OSP as cleanly as Michał did, I would put him to sleep. So, you know, you can give him some credit for having a good performance and dropping it last second, but, you know, I think if I was in there with OSP, I would have flattened him.
Do you think there's a sense that this division needs a bit of new lease of life? I mean, that we've had the same champ for a long time. Of course, he did get tested in his last fight, but do you think you're the guy to kind of inject that fresh blood into the division, especially given your age and talent?
Yeah, I want to be around for a long time. So I'm 23, only 11 fights in now. I plan to have a long, successful career, obviously, and I plan to do my whole career at 205. So. You know, I feel like I can inject some new spice into the mix. I truly believe I can hang with the top guys, no problem. I truly believe I could go in there and beat John Jones. I never used to, but now I do. So,
how intrigued were you by that Reyes-Jones fight? And do you look at the top of the division closely? Do you watch those fights closely, knowing that you're probably going to end up facing these guys soon enough?
I actually thought Ray's won. I got a lot of respect for Ray. He's a really genuine guy. But I as I said, I never used to watch those fights because I was just like, oh fuck, I'm so far away. But now like that prior one, some other ones that have happened recently, I keep an eye on because I know that I'm going to be fighting these guys soon.
How important is this top 15 ranking to you? And have you got a path mapped out for yourself?
For me, I don't really give a shit. For me, I'm just taking one fight at a time. If I destroy Michał and wake up in the top 15s, I won't bat an eyelid. If I destroy Michał and wake up and I'm still where I am, I won't care. Like, I want to have a busy year this year. I want to get some ring time, and then maybe by the end of the year, I'll look at breaking in and making a statement in that top. But when I come back to that level, I'm going to be ready.
I'm not sure if you heard that John Jones said he wants to fight in Australia, so it looks like there could be a really big card in Oz this year. Do you get onto the UFC about fighting in Australia, or does it not worry you where you fight?
I'm always anywhere, anytime, any place, whatever. I love fighting. I hate traveling. I hate getting on a plane. I hate traveling for hours on end to fight, but I'll do it if the UFC want me to, and if there's value in it. I always want to fight at home. Every time there's a home fight, I want to be on it, and I've said that openly. Just put me in. I don't care who. I know there's a few rumours going around next year. Some good international cards that would be awesome to be on, or fighting at home. I don't care.
Does this feel like a special time in history for the Anzac boys? Because, with Rob Whittaker, yourself, and then, of course, you've got the city kickboxing guys as well. Does it feel like something special is happening in that part of the world for MMA?
It's been brewing for a long time. It's just finally coming to the surface. I think the success that this region has had speaks for itself. And it's not just success, just exciting fights that come out of this region. Like, you get the wins, but there's never a boring fight from anyone from this region. So I think that's really cool too. Everyone loves watching Aussies punch on. Everyone loves watching Kiwis punch on. So it's really cool.